Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, Episode 7. Last week was a kind of the closing of the arc. Miko Iino is now not the opponent in the race, but is running general affairs under Shirogane and Shinomiya's administration. So we're going to see how she fits into the group, what things they're going to accomplish together. We're going into sports festivals, we got school festivals, we got a bunch of stuff. I think there's a trip involved or something. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of school events that they have to plan now that they're in power again with the help of Miko Iino, and we're ready to get right into this Kaguya reaction. We hope you like the video. Thank you guys for all the support on this series and all the other ones. We got a bunch of other stuff you guys will probably like if you're just coming here for Kaguya. We just released our reaction to all JoJo's Bizarre Adventure openings yesterday. That video is doing really well, so thank you guys for the support on that. And yeah, we got the last episode of Kaguya you could probably check out if you haven't seen it already, but we're going to get right into this reaction to Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, Episode... what is it?
7.
Correct. Let's go.
Wow!
They actually used that sound effect.
Oh no.
Oh my god. All the girls love boxer briefs. Boxer pants.
Oh, watch this. The president is gonna wear boxer briefs or something.
Oh, and
I think he's a man whore.
Oh no, you're right. You're 100% right.
My face already hurts from smiling so much.
Just, it's funny because when we sit down to do these reactions, sometimes we're not like, all right, we'll get into the show and then it'll like kind of roll and we'll get into it and then we'll start talking about it. But with this show, it just happens like that. And like we wake up and we're just like, okay, yeah, I guess we'll sit down and we'll react. It's like we're excited to watch the show, but we're just kind of like, okay, all right, get ready. But then it comes on and it's just so easy.
We have to watch this like right when we wake up pretty much, so sometimes we're a little bit tired.
It's such a fucking good opening. Mm-hmm. Every time. Oh. That's the time. Oh my god, I think you're 100% right. I wonder what he does. What if he doesn't wear underwear? Oh my god. Incidentally. He just started. He just without even thinking. Oh, because pantsu means just underwear.
Okay.
Oh no, this is bad. Wait.
Oh my.
Oh, and then she's and she's not happy about that at all. If she believes her. Oh, and he thinks and he
Just I thought you might be a decent person.
Oh my god.
Don't attack me. Quit wearing briefs the same day.
He just gave up after all that. There's no need to apologize again. Okay.
Never. I love when they play this song.
I love when the narrator, she's just in heaven. She's trying to like get a feel for the dynamic at this moment.
Oh my god.
Me. And then it actually gets to him. Oh my god. wish manga was as cheap here as it is there. All part of the plan. Of course not. I think she would love it. Literally our Tower of God commenters. Oh. She cannot contain herself. That was it? That was
like 5 minutes
Oh, it's
long.
not.
Oh.
It's a fake out. I don't know why they're showing the ending now.
Maybe it's the last time they used this ending.
I don't...
7 episodes in.
Maybe it was a fake. Maybe we're supposed to look at the time code and now we're going to be spoiled. That I think there's an after credits scene.
It's like a really long one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a big story thing and they're setting us up for that. Okay. What is this like supposed to be Clamp or something? It's like, oh, it's they turned it into they turned it into a shoujo. It's just pudding all sexily. Oh my god. Introducing all the boys at the start. This is genius. What's Chika gonna be like? What's Chika gonna be like? Who thought of this? Even the narrator? Chika! It's not from, I think it's from Chika.
They go together. Are you sure
Oh.
2 boys wouldn't go to the aquarium together?
I thought it was Chika. It was just her. I wonder what this situation actually looks like. Penguin. Oh my god.
Oh.
They turn into a full-on shoujo. It goes back to the art style. It keeps going back and forth. Who came up with this? You actually asked her? What? That doesn't make any sense. What?
本日の勝敗、白金くんの敗北。悲しすぎると思いましたわ。思ったより楽しいな。
What? Is it just because they all read that book? So they're all like...
I think it was just her. Because we were seeing everything from her perspective. Whenever Chika would interject, it would go back to normal. But she was just so... Because she had never read any manga before, ever. So it's like, you know, I don't know, like it's when you watch an anime for the first time, and then everything's just so hype, and you're just like, it gets in your bones, and you're just like walking around, and you're just like thinking about it, and you're like, holy fuck, this is awesome. Like, especially when you first watch it, I don't know. You just get so hyped from it that you can't stop thinking about it. I don't know. It's like when you're a kid. I don't know if anybody remembers when they were a kid and they first watched like Dragon Ball Z for the first time. And they were just like, I remember being at the bus stop and like fighting my friends and like doing all crazy moves and stuff and pretending to be the characters. But she's like 16, 17 and she's just experiencing that sort of feeling for the first time. That episode was so fucking good. Oh my god, that episode was so good. I'm surprised I didn't start crying with laughter. Like, where do you even... Oh my god. Okay, first thing. I loved the shoujo thing. I really hope that wasn't this season's version. As much as I loved it, I hope that it's not this season's version of, like, the Chika ending.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like what it might be, because it's episode 7, just about halfway through the series. And people have been expecting, including us... A sequel to like the Chika ending from last season with like Ishigami or possibly Miko, maybe like Kaguya and Chika or something, some sort of sequel in some way to the meme gold that was the Chika ending last year or the year before or whatever this came out last season. Yeah, but I loved. Oh my god, it was so incredible.
I don't even remember how this episode started.
With the underpants.
Oh yeah, the underpants. Oh my god, that was
incredible.
That was so funny and so unexpected as well. Just like you see like someone pulling down their pants and it's just like underwear, and then Chika comes in and is like, but Kaguya had been there the whole time and just didn't even care about it.
No, she came in with Chika.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, he was changing because he thought nobody was in there. He wasn't changing with Kaguya in the room.
I thought she was like
it just had a close-up on her face without the background, so I can understand. Because I was wondering that too. But it just showed her, like, there. Oh. And he's so emphatic about basically, like, not even, like, tidy whities he wears. Just so funny.
He's like, they're nice and snug.
And then he gives up like, right after.
And then he's like on this like
on his soapbox, on his podium.
Just like, and all the girls are like, nah.
They all love boxer briefs. So true.
It's so funny because I literally like saw like an article or something yesterday, like some like bullshit like shitty thing.
It's like a Cosmo article or something.
Yeah, something, and it was like talking about how girls love boxer briefs.
I forget, I saw an old article about that. I forget how I even saw it. I think, like, somebody at school when I was in high school was talking about it or something. It's always been, like, a thing that, like, girls are so particular, at least in these stupid, like, Cosmo article studies of, like, girls are so particular about, like, if the guy wears tighty whities, it's so unattractive that they don't want to date them anymore. What do you think?
Well, Carson here wears tighty whities, and I'm still with him.
I definitely don't wear tighty whities. Definitely do not wear tighty whities. I wear boxer briefs.
Man whore!
Yeah, what about your black lace or
I
whatever?
don't have
whatever
any black lace
That's
underwear.
what Shirogane said about Kaguya.
I know,
He's just,
that
like,
was
requesting.
that was
incredible.
funny as well.
That
the whole thing
so genius.
was so funny because it was like, I think they did this sometimes in the first season as well, but we haven't seen much of it this season, of like where they're like going into a conversation with like two different expectations. Like, he thinks they're talking about one thing and she thinks they're talking about the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it so much more funny because
Yeah.
he's like, I will do the right thing and I will say that I like lots of material.
But it's
and,
based off of false pretense of what the
yeah.
conversation's even about.
And he says the exact thing that makes her, that she didn't want to hear, basically.
It's just fucking genius. And the whole time she's just like, I'll bring it up in a way that he doesn't expect. And then she brings it up so abruptly, but he doesn't even register it. Like, it actually works. Like, she's just like, incidentally, what do you think about underwear?
Yeah, what kind of underwear do you like?
And he's just like, without even thinking, oh, well, I guess it's just so mundane, I don't think about it. Starts talking about it, then he's just like, wait just a goddamn minute, this woman just asked me about fucking underwear. What am I doing? Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. And it's not trashy. Like, fucking, I appreciate it so much because, like, it'd be so easy to make this, like, an ecchi show. And it's even in, like, a magazine, and we're told multiple times that there could be sex. Like, there's other manga that are posted in the same publication that are, like, super risque and, like, damn near pornographic. And they don't do that. It's so incredible to me that even the producers of the show are willing to rely on just the value of the relationships and the comedy to sell the show. It's not poisoned at all by all this anime bullshit. And it's just a good comedy. And it's very anime, but it's not like it's not pandering to otakus. It's like super relatable to like normal people, but it's presented in this really cool way. It's easy to take that for granted with a show like this, because that's part of the reason why it's so good, is they aren't trying to appeal to fucking degenerates all the time with like ecchi and like bullshit. Because they know that what they're doing is of a high enough quality and is funny enough to, like, be on its own merits, that they don't need to stoop to that level. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just...
And actually, it's so funny as well, because, like, they're, like, so consistent about it.
Yeah.
Like, Kaguya, she's like, se.
She can't even say the word sex.
Like,
and then I love how Hayasaka's, like...
It mocks her and does the same thing.
with President. And then she's all talking...
It's so consistent.
Yeah.
And they bring up these topics, but everyone in the show is, like, so, like, about it. Like, they're all don't even know, but I freaking love that they made the new gag Miko thinking that they're all, like, a bunch of, like, perverted, like, taping Chika's mouth up, and, like, Kaguya's just,
fucking on the couch.
I'll make you feel more comfortable, or whatever.
And he's like, oh my god.
That was really funny as well.
Genius. Fucking genius. The show is fucking genius.
And then she read the book.
Yeah.
His whole plan to get her to read the book as well. That was really funny. And then they all want to be in love. Oh my god, though. That ending where it's, like, both of the guys and they, like, turn around and they all, like, pretty boy. That's, like,
classic shoujo. It's insane. It's so funny that they copied that. Because, like, this show could conceivably... I mean, it could necessarily be conceived as, like, a shoujo. Kind of. it's all about romance, so it's not out of the realm for somebody to call it a shoujo. But it's not after like seeing that direct comparison to other shoujo, this is not a shoujo. That's what a shoujo is.
Oh my god, that was so funny though. Like, they all like looking so cute, and like Ishigami's like right up close to her, like, do you have a fever?
Like doing that whole thing of like,
and
then it's just the close up of the mouths like moving in slightly.
And then like the president is like against like her against like the wall,
sort
with,
of
like,
creating
his arm.
imposing, and she's like, ah.
But then they go to the aquarium. They ended off with the two guys at the aquarium together because she says no because she's so in love that the school is like an it's like she's already at the aquarium.
And then he's like,
he's
are
like,
you fucking kidding me right now? Oh my god. I thought that was gonna be like a big leap forward, but I'm okay that it wasn't. I'm okay that, you know, I'm okay that this episode was just comedy. And there wasn't really, like, romantic progression. I'm totally fine with it. We've had enough, like, plot and, like, moving forward that, like, taking this break isn't a huge deal. I can totally... It's not even a forgive. It's just, like, thank you for giving us this shit. It's just perfectly timed.
It was getting, like, too much.
It was
not,
getting a little
like,
too
much
intense.
in a, like... I mean, not in, like, a super bad way, but it was just... Oh my god, I'm really thinking about, like, is everything gonna be okay? Like, is, like, the president might not be the president anymore? Like, it was getting a little bit stressful.
Yeah. And they brought it back just at the right time. Give us, like, a full-on comedy episode. I super appreciate it. It's really awesome.
And I love that, like, now that we're sort of more familiar with the other characters, we get to, like, see them... like, even more. We get to see the other characters, like Ishigami and Chika and Miko, now introduced again. I mean, they were introduced before, but, like...
See how they affect
See how
the
they
dynamic.
interact. Now that there's this new dynamic, going back to, like, purely, like, the comedy and, like... no crazy things going on outside, just the student council functioning as normal. And... Miko not even wanting to show up anymore at this point because she thinks it's some, like, crazy...
sex cult.
Yeah. And then Ishigami, like, finally, he's opening up a bit more. Like, in the first season, he was a little bit more reserved, would just leave to go die every time anything happened, but now he's, like, sticking around, standing his ground, speaking out about what kind of underwear he believes in. And it's just... It's so good.
And I think it's funny that Chika's so, like, she wants to be the Cupid. She's, like, secretly the Cupid, the matchmaker between Miyuki and Kaguya. But
she's so
just
clueless.
So clueless and has no idea how she's just destroying this, eats all the pudding, then says she wants to go to the aquarium.
It's literally
Or she didn't say that, but yeah.
It's literally... No, she wants to take
her
Kaguya
to the infirmary.
It's so funny, because it's the opening. Like, how she just darts in there and eats the, like, heart-shaped egg roll.
It seems like she's starting to prevent them.
Yeah,
like,
I can't tell if it's, like, she's aware of it or she's not.
Because it seems like in the first ending, or in the Chika ending, she has that line about how she's going to be, like, she's going to help Kaguya come out of her shell and then get with the president. There's the line there's the lyric there, and she was saving those movie tickets or something. Remember, like when they were cleaning out the student council room and they were going through all their old stuff, she found the movie tickets. When they were talking about, it was a callback to a previous thing that happened, and it seems like she's been trying to set them up, but then especially with the opening, and with this. And with a couple other things, it seems like she's constantly getting in the way of them actually getting together.
And I don't know if that's on purpose or not. It kind of seems like she might just be clueless. But it's happened so many times.
It's happened so many times. And when they weren't on the student council anymore and they were getting food, they were at that diner or whatever, and it was all the things with the names, and she immediately went to, like, pet names and, like, super casual, but Kaguya couldn't take that step, but she was willing to, like, go further. Is she just trying to be, like, set an example to, like, move things forward? Like I don't know what team she's on anymore in that regard. I'm excited to see how that changes, or if it has changed, or if it's just the exact same, but she is just totally clueless and is doing more harm than good, which is possible.
Yeah. We're just on, like, the screen right now where it's Ishigami, and it's, like, a computer geek with a supposedly dark past. It's so true. Not to him in general, but, like, if you saw this character, it's, like, the stereotypical...
This episode was so good. I'm so glad that it's the perfect time for this episode, and it's, like, it was timed so well. It did everything that it needed. It even moved the whole, like, season plot forward by introducing Miko, even if it was just a gag at the end. It introduces her in small bits into the group without making it all a Miko episode.
Yeah.
Even though because we just had a Miko episode. So, like, they didn't go that far where they were like, okay, now we have to make an entire episode dedicated to how she is going to influence the dynamic of the group, what she's going to do, what's her job, all this stuff. Let's just relax for a second, focus on what the show was before, and then see how it's changed, but with this new element in a small way, not overriding everything and changing the focus. Let's just get back to basics for a second, and then we can get to some new plot, which I'm sure we're going to at least start or get introduced to next episode, the last arc of the season. Because they took this break episode, and then to start the arc next episode, and then to follow through, we might get, like, one big arc or two smaller ones for, like, festivals or
because, we know, they, like, mentioned, like, the sports day, a trip, some types of festivals. So...
I think they're gonna have I think they have the sports festival first, like the middle of the year, then a school trip, and then they have, like, the year-end festival. I'm loving the show. I can't, like, it's so refreshing to see that a show can maintain its quality over multiple seasons, especially in the pandemic right now. Everything that's happening, I don't know how they're getting these episodes out. I don't think they had them canned before the pandemic happened. I think that they maybe had, like, a couple. How it usually works is they get ahead a few weeks early and maybe have, like, the first 2 or 3 episodes pretty much finished, and then it's week to week, and then the episodes start going up.
Okay.
And then they're doing week to week episodes, and people can animate from home, but it's just amazing to me that they've been able to keep up the consistency of the show, not only during the pandemic, but just in general, in this medium that is anime, and in this genre of romance. It's so impressive that a show doesn't stoop to sexual gratification or cheap jokes. They can keep the humor witty and snappy and hilarious and relatable. It's impressive to see. You don't see shows like this pretty much ever. It's so rare to see a show maintain its standards over multiple seasons, and not even just maintain its standards. It's improved. I think that this season is better than the first one, personally.
Yeah.
Overall, I think that it's doing more with what the first season set up. It's advancing the quality of the show and what it's capable, where the story's capable of going. They're doing an incredible job, and it's really awesome to see. It's just such a relief, you know? It's just such a relief to see that there are people who are willing to make a show like this rather than just another piece of garbage, you know? It's just awesome to see.
And it's also awesome that, like, we don't want any spoilers, but it was, like, really nice to hear in the last episode that, like, there's still so much more, like, it's written so far ahead and people still really seem to love it. That gives me good hope for that it won't, like, hit season 3 and, like, just be shit. It seems like the writer is doing a really good job of keeping it fresh, but still maintaining the same quality.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. And I think I said this multiple weeks ago at this point, but it's not common that you get to, like, watch a show and be confident about the show. Usually, especially watching week to week on a show, you're constantly like, is this going to turn to shit? Are these plot threads going to go anywhere? Is this worth, like, thinking about? Because it might not even be answered. It might just be a plot hole. I might be, like, manufacturing reasons why this seemingly inconsistent point is conflicting with the rest of the story. I need to come up with some sort of answer and like headcanon my way into understanding what the writer wants me to know. With this show, you don't need to do that, and I don't feel I've never had to do that with the show. I've had to jump through do so many mental gymnastics to try and understand certain shows. This one, you don't need to do that. You can just trust that the production and that the writing is strong enough that you don't need to like fool yourself into thinking that this is a piece of art. You just know that they're going to take it in a good direction, and you don't need to like constantly be worried about it falling off a cliff in terms of quality. I have no fears that this is going to turn to shit. I think that it's going to be fine, at least for the rest of the season. It doesn't even cross my mind that they're just going to like completely destroy the story, or like they're just so consistent about everything, and they clearly have set rules and they follow them, and they can still find ways to surprise you, and they aren't going to like tread into deep water to try and like maintain their audience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really good to see. Anyway, that's all I had to say about the show.
Yeah, I do like. That's a good point. I like that you never really have to be confused.
Yeah.
Like, you can be unsure of what's going to happen next and, like, excited to find out. But it's never like, oh my god, I have no idea what this even means. Like, what's going to happen? Is everyone going to die? Is the school going to burn down? Like, you know what I mean? It's relaxing to watch, but not, like, mindless.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just going to say that. It's not mindless, but you don't have to constantly be stressed out about what's going on. Mm-hmm. You can still be engaged with it without having to constantly anticipate the next thing. It plays on your it's just it's everything that a good comedy can do. This show is doing, and it's doing it extremely well. It's incredible to see, and I'm really, really fucking loving it. And I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction and discussion to Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, Episode 7. This was an incredible episode. We hope you enjoyed our reaction to it. And if you haven't seen our previous reactions to this show, and all the other ones, but specifically this show, we got all the other ones up on our channel. They're our biggest videos. People seem to really love them, so if you're seeing us for the first time, go check out those ones. You'll probably like them. We got a playlist on our channel. And we got a bunch of other stuff you'll probably like. We're doing Angel Beats. We uploaded the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, all our reaction to all the OPs. You get to see my special Jotaro cosplay. So go check that out if you haven't seen that already. Naruto's blasting off. Our channel's exploding, and we're really loving all the support. We're so glad that we get to watch all these awesome shows and talk about them. It's been incredible. It's been so much fun. It's made this whole quarantine thing just way more interesting than just sitting at home watching TV and playing video games. We're communicating with you guys and building something that's actually awesome and is a lot of fun, and it's all we do all day, and I'm happy to do it. It's just incredible. So thank you guys so much for all your support, and thank you guys for watching, and we hope you enjoyed. Is there anything else you want to say?
I was going to say we're now every Saturday after we post Kaguya, we're going to be posting a schedule. So if you're interested in what shows we're going to be reacting to this week, what episodes are coming out, check out the schedule in our community tab.
Go check out right now. I guess we'll post it when this episode goes live. So go check our channel and you'll see the schedule for next week. And we're
reacting to Black Clover openings. So
Black Clover OPs. And then after that, maybe sometime this week or next week, we'll have a poll about which opening we're going to be reacting next for our Friday special video slot. That's not just one of our regular series. So stay tuned, watch our community tab, because there's going to be more stuff going up there in the near future.
Yeah, feel free to leave a comment on any of our videos, what openings you'd like to see, what shows you'd like us to react to. No promises, but we do have a list going, and there will be polls. So
yeah, alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our stuff. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.